My time has come. Just as the frost waxes and wanes, an old eagle must eventually come to rest. My sire spent a lifetime constructing it, with me at his side. The mighty flying longship known as Evening Star. It is a priceless heirloom of my line, but it would not come to be the mightiest. He filled my head with stories of those who came before, and their strange relics. He told me of magic. And so, I sought it. In the name of my father, I cast open my wings and flew to those places where none dare tread. To the very bones of Archaea herself. I sought it. I claimed it, and I took it. The truth. That the world might somehow be something more than the sum total of the darkness within it. It has to be, for my sons. It is said there be no death more noble for an orc than that of one in battle, but they have never smelled trees, nor felt warm sand beneath them. They've never gazed upon green mountains among the birds as I have. So, I intend to show them. They will see a death worthy of the king they think me to be. And my mightiest heirloom shall go to the one responsible. Jarl Himmen, the one they call Horfist, my life brother and most loyal friend. And for that, he is cursed to wear the crown for all time when I am.
Hey everyone, how's it going, our 0 viewers? Hopefully people actually show up to hang out with us, get some readings. I've always done them way fucking cheaper than everyone else. But Facebook loves to hide everything I do now because, God forbid you get too not 100% lefty on there. So in the past, over a year now, it's been really rough because nobody sees anything I ever post. So we're taking it to YouTube now. I tried going to X, but, it's really hard when people are mostly conservative because they think it's satanic, which is, to me, ridiculous. I mean, they even have Archangel, it's just a tool that God gives us. And I don't see it as fortune telling. So when you're looking for readings, it's important to keep in mind, instead of saying, will this happen to me? You could just say, how can I get this in my life? And then it's basically some insight based on that. And it's still mind-blowing and awesome regardless. So I really love tarot. It really sucks that a lot of people think that everyone's a cold reader, because it's really just about tapping into energy. And, we have a giant energy grid. Everyone outputs energy. So to think that it's just fake is really sad, because a lot of people do cold readings. And they proudly charge a ridiculous amount. So what we're doing is just donation readings. So whatever people can afford, they send a little tip to, it's pinned in the comments, PayPal or Cashapp, and then we'll get you your reading. And if you prefer a private reading, you can always send me an email or a way to actually send that to you, because a lot of people do have really personal questions and it's supposed to be confidential and things like that. This is more for fun, but I still respect privacy, so you are able to get offline readings as well. And I'm also doing a special and this is a really important one, for $100, you have one reading a week for a year that you can do, and you can even gift that reading. So that's worth a lot of money. Most readers, I think the cheapest one I've even seen in the last 5 years has been $70 for a half hour. So they get really expensive. But I also do other divination, as in I can help you put together special ingredients for bath bombs for certain. I don't even like calling it rituals, just like I definitely don't like the word witch. I would never call myself a witch, not even in the slightest. But herbs and crystals and things like that, just like astrology, it's all very much been proven, like actually proven to like there's something to it. And I'm not saying like fill your own with crystals and live your whole life a certain way by any means, but to just scoff at things and write them off as just total bullshit is always wild to me.
I can back this up a little bit. If you look at the crystallized form of carbon, which is a diamond, you straighten out all the molecules and atoms of of carbon, and you get a diamond. And we all know all the amazing magical things diamonds can do. And you look at the piezoelectric property of quartz, for example. Piezoelectricity is itself a magical thing, just turning vibration into energy. So, I mean, there definitely is something. Maybe not. It's not all. Maybe it's not all like wizardry, like literal magic, hocus pocus stuff. But like, yeah, there's something there though, for sure.
They also, if you guys watch Y-Files, the Y-Files is great.
Yeah.
Shout out AJ and Jen and the team. Not like I know them. I'm like, shout out. Oh yeah, Hecklefish. He's the main guy.
Yeah, Hecklefish is the boss. We all know that.
Oh yeah. But they actually, I have it written down somewhere. I should have actually had this on hand. But they actually go over. I can't remember his name, but he essentially proved that astrology is very real. And it just, even the moon, it controls our tides, reproductive cycles.
That's a good example.
ER visits skyrocket, things like that. But I really pride myself on, one, having a 5-star rating. And for those who are just joining us, Facebook, because I'm not 100% liberal, they have just, buried everything. I have 500 followers and no one sees anything anymore. So I went from regularly booking readings to almost never. And where was I going with this? There's a lot involved. But to just, write it off as BS sucks. And where was it? Oh yeah, the ratings. So I pride myself on having 5-star reviews, and I had like almost 20, and now I have like 5. It's like, where did they go?
Yeah, so the reviews disappeared suddenly.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that happened when like people unfriend you, or like, what's the deal there? Is Facebook deleting them? Do their accounts not exist anymore? Like, and if so, wouldn't the reviews stay? It's a weird thing.
Well, and it has nothing to do with my friends list because they're just followers of the page.
Right.
But I think, I like to keep readings confidential, but I can give broad examples of some of the, I guess, craziest ways that tarot has consistently blown my mind, because for one, people are really surprised when you can do them virtually, but energy is very much a grid, and you can tap into someone's energy. I wouldn't say easily. Some people are actually a lot easier than others to read. I've done a couple of readings that were just, there's something about energy when you're just really closed off and guarded. That's pretty hard to tap into sometimes. And so one of the craziest readings I ever did, because it's the tarot, there's 78 cards and they have an upright and reversal meaning. So it has the base meaning, and then you have your own intuitive interpretation as well as the art. So you should always find a deck you connect with the art and have a good time or an easy time interpreting it. So, sometimes it's really hard to say things though, especially if it's like something major. And one example is this woman, the only thing I got out of it was, and it was just a general reading. So I really was like, I don't know how I'm going to tell this woman, but I have to, because the only thing I'm getting from it is that she's either going to have an immediate surprise large inheritance or a lottery win. It's like, how do you tell someone something like that? And then, they're going to like come for my head a month later.
Oh, you're going to win the lottery, by the way.
Yeah. So I was like, I have to do it. That's what the job is here. So, and it's, I feel like I can do my own like therapy or, be a healer of sorts. So I tell this woman, okay, it's hard for me to say this, but according to this, you're going to have a lottery win or some sort of large inheritance you didn't expect. And she, I'm not even joking, told me that the night before she won $50,000 at the casino. So I still will never forget that, because I don't think I've ever been so afraid to tell someone something. But yeah, the power of tarot is awesome. And if any of you follow my husband and I, you know that the past few years have been quite the struggle. It started when we lost our first son at 16 weeks to a cord accident. And then I wouldn't heal. I kept hemorrhaging, and we found out I had uterine AVMs, which was a lot of almost dying, embolizations, things like that. And that, and my husband taking unpaid leave catapulted us into financial ruin. And I have intractable pain because of a coccygectomy, which is a surgical removal of the tailbone. So I've had my tailbone amputated and my sacrum shaved down, and that messes a lot with the hips and different things like that. And so right now, I actually have good news on that whole medical front, although it's a very slow recovery financially and medical wise. But I actually finally found a good doctor that, originally they pushed all kinds of off-label nerve pain drugs and things, which are like seizure medications and things like that, because, with the whole opioid epidemic, which is, we have episodes where one's actually already out and one's coming up this Thursday. It's just a whole big thing, because we're so anti-opioid now that people aren't getting treated for that and stuff. So I got my intractable pain very much when that was all happening. So and I trusted my doctors too. I'm like, oh, I have more nerve pain, you think? Oh, this will help. And this resulted in, we spend an ungodly amount in prescriptions and specialist copays and visits and things like that. And I can't just stop these drugs because they give you insane withdrawals, like worse than anything, probably aside from alcohol, because I know that can kill you too. But, and then I'll get seizures if I don't have them. And so it's like, I can't drive and I can't work and do all of these things if I can't get the medications. But my doctor is finally tapering me down. It's a slow taper though. So yeah, the next few months are going to be great once they're over, but it's just been hard. So we're here trying to raise some money, and we're not quite monetized on this channel yet. So if anyone wants to,
it's a climb. We're past 300, just a couple hundred more, and we can have super chats, which is why we got to use the PayPal stuff.
Yeah. So if you want to send us some super chats or do your donation for a reading, I also do not have any off-limit topics. Some people say no relationships or no health. I will do any of that. And like I said, it's all confidential. So if you don't feel comfortable having your reading out in the open for everyone on the live, just let me know where to send it. And I'm happy to do that because, like I said, this is very much, I mean, when I do personal readings, one-on-one, I'd say about half of the people cry. It gets pretty in-depth and things like that. So again, welcome everyone. We're raising money for my ongoing medical bills because 2 incomes just are not enough for this health care system.
The recovering, I'm sure everybody listening can probably relate to it. Times are hard.
Yeah.
Times are hard.
Yeah, trying to recover from financial ruin is not easy. And at the time, we had to surrender our cars. So, we get a lot of people that assume, oh, Andy needs a real job. Like he doesn't work freaking way too much. That's all he does. And our child watches our child too.
I signed a contract. I'm developing my friends' things for them.
He could talk for 20 minutes straight about just everything he's doing.
And it's no matter how much work I stack up on myself, it doesn't seem like it's enough. So.
Yeah, and people like to assume things, just like I've had so many people tell me I need to learn how to budget. I'm like, well, I didn't get a brand new SUV and an almost new car, both in just my name with no cosigner because I'm bad at budgeting. And, we were financially very stable. And I never really saved up a lot because before I met my husband, I didn't really want a family. I said, I'll leave my $8 to my nephew. But, I would always actually, with my spare money, I would donate a lot of it. You see GoFundMes and things like that. So it's been really hard to see a lot of my friends criticize me when I've actually helped them in the past or not even share or like. So it's come down to doing whatever we can to make some money and just survive. And we know that other people are in the same position. So anything that people throw out for a tip or reading is very much appreciated. There's no minimum besides $1. We're doing $1 minimum. Mm-hmm. I was going to do $5, but I mean, if we could get even $51 tips or readings, we're just grateful for anything. And we also would love people to chat with us. That's also why we're here.
You could send, I don't see why you couldn't send in just a general question or idea, and then we could because I've seen Katie do a reading on general topics, like the state of the world, for example. Stuff like that.
I forgot to add that I will be wrapping up the stream with a general reading for everyone. And I'm going to take this time to show. This is the back. Sorry for my squeaky chair. And this is an oracle deck that I have. So these are very specific cards where tarot is the same 78 cards. My tarot deck, this is the back. Well, one of mine. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa DeCourt. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Just absolutely beautiful, vibrant watercolor. My decks are all inclusive as far as race. And here. And one reason that I do that, besides I don't just read for white people, I have, I've had animal decks where it's just ravens or even spirits, but it's just who I am. And, I want to have racially inclusive decks. And I feel like it also, not just for the sake of virtue signaling or being inclusive at all, it's because it gets that much more specific and it's just wild. Just wild. So I just love tarot. It makes me sad that a lot of people think it's demonic, but what I think is demonic is when people do cold readings, and just, this is the meaning of the card, or I know a lot of people that really think they don't do cold readings, and you can tell they're just pulling shit out of the air. And I know a lot of mediums do that too, where it's and I'm not down with that. But I also have the first deck is Beyond Lumeria by Izzy Ivy. Shout out to these wonderful creators. Denise Lynn did this one, and it's a native spirit oracle. So this is just some oracle cards like Grandfather Sky, offerings, things like that. So you gotta choose if you want an oracle deck, tarot, or the other oracle. Do you want it native and animal or more like chakra based? And I also have one last deck, and that's called Postcards from Spirit. This is specifically if you have a loved one that has passed and you want a message from them. But I've had people ask for messages from their spirit guides, their higher self, and the universe in general. So, and I've even had a couple of people ask for readings from their dogs that have passed. And it's actually really funny because it really sounded like something like a dog would say to their people. So, yeah, always a good time with this kind of stuff. But, and if it's not your cup of tea to do readings, I definitely disagree, but respect that. So if we have any, Christian friends or people that just aren't down with it, and you still want to help out, you can send us a donation or tip or super chat. We're grateful for all of everything. So, yeah. I don't want to keep just saying the same things over and over about tarot. And my husband's supposed to be helping me, but
yeah,
he's wrangling dogs and baby.
Yeah, I'm a baby rancher today.
Baby rancher.
Yeah.
I hear someone chewing on a bone, I think.
Yeah, that's Orky. But yeah, that oracle reading you gave me was pretty accurate. The one that was supposed to be for my dad. I believe it was like from Past on Loved Ones, I believe.
Oh, the Postcards from Spirit. The recent one?
I can't remember if it was...
I mean, I gave you one not too long ago, I want to say.
Yeah, it's typically accurate, though. Yeah.
So...
It felt about right.
When I met my husband, we were friends for about 3 weeks before I saw him in person again. And I gave him 2 readings. And one was... It's okay if I share, right?
Yeah.
So... I want to be adamant. I did not have a thing for him. I was 100%. I want to be single forever. I came out of a really, really abusive relationship, and he almost unalived me. It was, pretty bad. So I didn't want to bring that into a relationship. And of course, when the time came, he said he was happy to help me carry my bags. When I told him I had baggage I didn't want to bring. And that's why I tell everyone, you don't have to do any sort of getting right or healing or this or that to, before you're the universe is going to deem you worthy of love. That's ridiculous. We heal from human touch and love, and go for it.
You're worthy, get up.
Anyway, so, I always tell people that there's nothing, you don't have to do A, B, and C to be worthy of love. You don't even have to love yourself. That's ridiculous. Anyhow, so he said he didn't have he was not having good luck in his love life. So I gave him a reading, and I swear, I give him this reading. I was like, "Oh, you're about to meet someone, and she's gonna come into your life really soon, and she's probably gonna. I mean, she might even do tarot because this card represents, being receptive and psychic connection type abilities or whatever I said." And so he actually, for a second, thought I was hinting at me to hit on him. And then when I kept going, he realized I was not talking about me. But it's just really funny because for a second, I'm like, I can't be talking about me. I'm not trying. So it's just
Wasn't
bizarre.
it like the High Priestess or something?
No, it was the Queen of Cups.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Just wild. And somehow we ended up together.
Yeah. I was, I could pull up some history of this stuff while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
I'll do it on the small screen.
You should look up who AJ from the Wi-Files was talking about with the astrology. Now I do natal charts for everyone too. So if you want your natal/birth chart done, I need your birthplace, the city and state, and I also need the date and specific time. The time will affect your rising sign by minutes, and it could potentially affect your moon sign. So if you don't have the exact time, we can work around that in a few ways. And if nothing else, we could just type in a few or go over what the rising signs mean for each personality and see how you identify.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. It's very open, it's very much just chilling, you don't have to like I said earlier, it could be a general question, not even related to you. It could be about the state of the world.
Allison.
Oh yeah, and hi,
so
Allison.
Good to see you. I love it.
But yeah, even something as simple as the state of the world. That's the example I like to use. Some people will there be peace in the Middle East? Can you tell me some stuff about that? What's going on? Stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be, will I find the love of my life, or trying to get at anything like that. But I think I'm gonna.
And again, I want to really remind people that this is not some kind of secular cold reading, future telling, any of that. It's very much, this is how I can be a healer of sorts, help in a therapeutic way. And instead of saying, for example, will I get this job next month? If you say, see, if someone's already doing the opposite, that'll cost you.
Oh, will there be an elder scroll?
So, okay, so instead of saying, will I get this job next month? You're better off asking, what can I do to get this job next month? Because it's more of that. You can just get more insightful advice that way, I would say. Although I have done those other questions for sure. Will this happen? Will this not? I just, I think you can get a little bit better guidance when you ask how to get something instead.
Yeah.
But like I said, no topics are off limit. I will definitely reach out. Haunted One, if you want to send your donation to either PayPal or Cashapp, I will 100% answer that question.
Yeah, it's such a good question.
It sounds like a tarot question for sure. We have oracle decks. We have this native one.
Us mere mortals can't possibly fathom, but perhaps.
And then we also have Beyond Lumiria. I wish it didn't make so much noise. These are just so beautiful, a little abstract. And then we have my standard tarot deck, which is the Sun and Moon, brilliant watercolor,
classic,
racially inclusive, so it gets more in-depth, more accurate. I'm racially inclusive, and all I've seen is white people, but I swear.
They just put that on the packaging.
Yeah.
Allison, I found out Allison Wade in the chat is from Italy. I just found out, so right here from Britannica, tarot decks were invented in Italy in the 1430s by adding to the existing 4-suited pack a 5th suit, 21 specially illustrated cards called Tarianfi, Oh, triumphs. I'm assuming it's Italian for triumphs. Triumphi. Triumphi? That's interesting. Triumphi. Triumphi. That's what it is. With an F. Anyway, and an odd card called Il Matto, the Fool. Okay. So it started off as the Triumphs and the Fool. So the Fool's kind of like the Joker, I would imagine.
These are for messages from very specific ones too, for getting messages from loved ones who have passed. I'm not a medium, so this is Taroki.
Ooh. So
Taroki? Baby, don't steal my husband away. Oh, no!
read Allison's thing.
The boss took him away.
His arm just came out of nowhere.
I know. This wild child. Okay, read. Oh, okay. What am I supposed to do? Let's see. An odd card called El Mato, the Fool. The Fool is not the origin of the modern Joker, which was invented in the late 19th century as an unsuited jack in the game of euchre. That's how you say it, right? Euchre? I guess I've only read that word. Okay, so I can't work this very well. I have not seen one of these for the longest time, so it's tripping me out, you guys. These weird rollerball mice. Oh, wow. I wish he would have shared the screen, because that has to be the death card. That's crazy looking. Let me see. Yeah, it is. Ooh, I'm going to make him share this photo. I don't know what he's just going into some Italian history.
Oh, yeah, I pulled up the
I can't work that mouse.
You can't work the mouse?
No.
Well, the pad works
it's so
over here, baby.
hard to scroll. I know you have to... I can drive a stick, but I can't work that mouse.
That mouse took some learning.
Please don't, what is it called when you take a little blip?
What?
You know when people record a thing and use it for a thing?
Oh, don't clip that.
Yeah, but what's the word? Zan, come here, baby. Sweetheart.
The boss is pulling me away again.
Sweet boy.
Is this the picture you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll share this picture with you guys here.
Look at that goofy.
Red waterfall. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Just look at it.
Right.
This is the original death card? Is that what this is?
First of all, whoever asked about the Elder Scrolls 6, I'm not sure if you know that Skyrim is my favorite game, but I'm going to be going live on my new Twitch and making gem tornadoes. So I do the unusual gem quest, which I believe is the Crown of Baron Zaya.
Something like that.
Something like that. And then you just find, dead bear, 20 gems, like a ridiculous amount. So I just hoard all of the jewels I can find and put them in a room and then do my unrelenting force shout and make a gem tornado in there until it permanently freezes the game, which does happen.
We can call that the Dragon Sickness Challenge because that's what Smaug from The Hobbit.
Yeah.
That's what he
does. Good idea.
He's just making a gem tornado, let's be honest. His wings are a hurricane. He's making a gem tornado, everybody. That's what his plan is all along. That's why he's so upset that they interrupted his game of Skyrim, because he almost had enough to freeze the game, and then he got popped by the Black Arrow. So, yeah, we all know how that works.
So, Allison, what is the... Here we go. Can I... What is that? Did you mean honorary or like a horoscope or horary? I'm not sure. I haven't heard that before, so... This weird little chill music he has in the background. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. Oh, I can do my... This is the only way anyone should ever dance anymore. Viewers dropped to zero. We just have that creepy card stuck on here.
Oh. Sorry, you can just do this.
Oh, awesome. That's
And it's still stuck here, but then
amazing.
go over here and just click out of the tab.
I absolutely love my Twitch name, which is
What are you gonna talk about?
Dusty Argonian Maid.
Yeah, Allison does Skyrim mods, babe.
I know.
Interesting. Maybe she could make you. Or maybe she has one that resembles you.
It was on Elder Scrolls Online. It was crazy how close my thingy looked like me too. And I had my dog too.
Okay. We're gonna have to contact her about that for sure.
I will contact her about mead. Everything, anything and everything. Allison's best. Okay, so let's catch up on this. For me, Skyrim is usually like an idea to do something that isn't archery and sneak after hours of theory crafting. It ends up being archery and sneaking. Okay. I would be lying if I said I didn't sneak a lot. I'm a sneaky Argonian. But I think my favorite part about being Argonian has got to be breathing underwater. Hands down. And I sneak a lot. I do archery a lot, but I also really like one-handed weapons as well. Like not the war axe, that's the big one. Wait, are they the war axes? I think so. The one-handed war axes, babe?
One-handed war axes, what about them?
I don't know, they're the best.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
The enchantments.
I like them.
I think my least favorite about other Elder Scrolls games is the lack of shouts. I like to be Dragonborn, and I like to obviously fill a room with gens and just...
We should figure out your Dragon Sickness challenge right now. Obviously, I'd help you figure out the quickest way to get that Baron's Eye quest or whatever online.
That was loud.
But aside from that, do you want any other like restrictions? Like what kind of character?
She would be
A nerd barbarian.
Hail Tim!
What up,
We're
Tim?
raising money for my ongoing medical expenses. Yep. And so everyone's welcome to super chat, tip, or donate for a reading. I have oracle cards, spirit cards for past loved ones, and tarot. So we're still waiting on someone to make the first donation to answer the big question about Elder Scrolls 6.
Yep, Haunted One had a good question about Elder Scrolls 6, but the cards must be fed the sacrifice, so we're waiting on that. It should be pinned in the chat for anybody interested. And yeah, it'll help a lot. I'm gonna go over the next little bit of history here. Did you read this paragraph next to this card? Here?
No.
Oh, okay. The
I can't get that mouse to work, I told you.
The Triumphi each bore a different allegorical illustration instead of a common suit mark. So instead of like your typical numbers, diamonds, spades, jack, queen, king, all that.
Come say hi, buddy.
Oh, and by the way, I found out the Joker. This is the Fool is not the origin of the Joker. By the way, the Joker was added in the 19th century as a standalone, unsuited jack. So it has nothing to do with the Fool.
Dark.
Ironically enough, even though it's Fool, Joker, kind of the same thing in a way.
Sweet boy.
But I guess a fool.
What are you doing?
If you say somebody's a fool, they're kind of ignorant.
I love you.
Of a situation. They're just made the fool. If you say somebody's a joker, it means almost like they're making light. So
go for the kisses.
Two very different things. I think a fool is darker. It's
Rolly Trito.
Darker meaning of it.
I'm such a liar. He's not gonna treat.
He's in his thing. safe because he was in there already and I just closed the door.
Okay.
Okay, so
Works for me with the baby over there.
each illustration represented characters in medieval reenactments of specifically Roman, huh? Interesting. Roman triumphal processions. So a little propaganda in there.
I also want to say that the dogs will also do tricks for tips, and they know verbal and ASL, American Sign Language commands. It's funny because if I tell them to do something with a verbal command and they don't listen, I'll sign it and they'll listen. It's like using the middle name or something. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so we'll make them do a treat if that's what you want to send it in
a
for.
treat. Yeah.
Tip Rollo. Hashtag Tip Rollo.
Yeah, Tip Rolly and Orky.
Tim Allen says he's a 3.5 E of D&D and likes to play Tormtar Paladin.
Nice. I'm a sorcerer.
Changeling.
Yeah. Changeling sorcerer. That's what I'm looking for. But I also have it doesn't matter. I just wanted to say Orcus is our dog's name.
Mm-hmm.
And Rollo. Yeah. But Orcus, yeah, from D&D.
Yeah, and I think D&D got it from Old Latin. Because
he's a real.
The etymology of the word orc, it essentially just it means demonic. Like basically whatever you're describing is like demonic. If a demon's name is Orcus, or if like a creature is known as an Orcus, then they're probably like not very pleasant. But ours is very pleasant. It's ironic because we spell ours with a K. You see, O-R-K, the superior spelling. It implies something different other than like demonic, right? The best you got for hand signs is Naruto hand signs. Are you talking about the like that, or I might be confusing Naruto and mixing them with Full Metal Alchemist. I'm more of the Full Metal Alchemist side of things, but I digress. I
don't know nothing about that. The only anime I really watched was Pokemon.
Pokemon's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it says here.
Awesome. That's sick.
It says here also in the history that the original cards were kind of like floats in a parade, so they showed different like Roman things, and presented them in that kind of way, and then you read from there. I'm sure. I mean, if you just need to come up with reasons to like put a bunch of elements in an image, it doesn't matter what the image necessarily is, as long as it like contains elements and you've designated it as this thing. Then you just throw your intent in there, shuffle up the deck, and see what happens, kind of thing. So yeah, that's cool. I can imagine there's probably a Julius Caesar tarot card at one point in time. I think the classic statue of Julius Caesar is he's standing there with like his spear, and I think he's like,
trouble's coming.
Oh, here comes the boss. I think he's like stabbing his spear down. I imagine that statue is probably on a card at some point.
Hey, no, come here. Come here, sweetie. We're trying to do something. Will you come here first?
Tim Allen's intent is mead.
Come here, Zan. I'll give you some. Here.
Haunted One has all.
Do you want some of Mama's drink?
You got all the hand gestures down. That's impressive.
I gotta bribe you.
You're gonna have to do that in like a music video for somebody. Yeah. You could just do like a hyper zoomed in,
Come here for a sec.
Put you in whatever they want, and like whatever outfit they want you in, and then just like zoom in on your hands, and just record the whole shebang as epic and hard as you can, and then they can just chop it up from there, and then just like have like a few frames of just you doing it, intersected into their music video. Dude, that'd be hard as fuck. I'd listen to that metal band.
Yeah. This is Alexander, the one we answer to.
The boss. Yeah, he knows.
Say hello, everyone.
You're on the air, buddy. What do you have to say to the world? What do you have to say? Yeah?
Did you go to the park with Mom and Dad today?
Yeah, that was fun.
You went down the big slide? Okay. Camera shy? Alright.
Alright, Booba. Well,
Alright.
the boss is going to go take a break.
No, please
As
don't
bosses
grab
do.
that. Okay, you know what? You can have that.
Tim Allen says, Hail Mighty
ahead.
Z.
What else are you after? That's Mama's diary. You can go ahead, go read it.
Yeah, go read Mama's diary.
Just don't show anyone, please. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. So,
You have your own books. Don't put your hand on that. That's hot.
bear with us here. I think I'm going to walk the boss to his office. I think that's what I'm going to do here.
Do you want to sit on Mama's lap, sweets? Your haircut looks good. Your auntie did a good job. Do you want this? I don't have this deck with me right now, so I don't need this. Go ahead, boo. Oh, he's just hanging out. Love you. Love you, boo-boo.
You ready to go, boss?
Call him Booba.
What are
Your little pants are
what
so
are your
cute.
3 favorite cards?
My favorite 3 cards. The Wheel of Fortune, absolutely. The 2 of Cups, particularly on this deck. And it was the cover of the deck and why I bought it. Because it's such a beautiful card. Oops, let's see.
Oh, yeah. I love that card.
It doesn't look it's very vibrant colored, but it's not really showing. Oh, you can see it better now.
I think you mentioned that in the first reading you gave.
Oh, and I would say the star. And I'll show you guys all of them. So you saw the 2 of Cups. Although the Death card for my deck is a lot better than some Grim Reaper. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, see here. I'll find the other ones real quick. Alright. And those aren't like... Yeah, I'd say they're my favorite. I don't know, the High Priestess. So many of these cards are just beautiful. But, yeah, I don't know. I've always really liked the Wheel of Fortune. The Chariot and Temperance are my birth cards. The Wheel of Fortune on this deck is not, like, the greatest card, but I still like the card. And, ooh, I like the Magician on this one, too. Okay, so what was the other one?
Yeah, like she was saying about the aesthetic of her deck, it's not like the Grim Reaper stuff.
The Empress. She's got a little pregnant belly.
Right. Basically with like tarot reading
and the star on this one's
with tarot reading it very
beautiful.
much is kind of like all about like who your reader is and like what their intent is and what they believe and what their feelings about things are and stuff like that. As far as aesthetics, I'm like, because she mentioned earlier, like there's the stigma that like it's demonic or satanic or something, but like no, it's just a form of divination, and the most primitive, simple form of divination would just be basic prayer, where you just kind of speak your thoughts into existence.
That'll be $5, pervert.
That would be Kahuna. Hold on. We got to give people context here. Kahuna's always nude, though. He's always nude.
And then I show up for a split second with my shoulders showing, and I get arrested.
Yeah, grounded. But yeah, you can see from her deck, and probably some of the stereotypes you've heard around tarot, and kind of some of the cards you may have imagined in your head. Like, you're probably imagining like a bunch of like different Baphomets and stuff like that. Well, no doubt those types of readers exist. for sure. And that's their intent and their aesthetic. But I mean, you could easily find somebody that's just nothing but anime titties, you know, if that's what you wanted. But that's one thing where even though
Kahuna made titties.
Kahuna, free the shoulders, free the shoulders. Yeah, Katie's just gonna start wearing pink in solidarity now and put on one of those handmaiden bonnets.
Don't speak for me.
That's true. I was mansplaining. I'm sorry.
Yeah, stop being a mansplainer. Oh. What is that? Did Orcus carry that away?
It's
Hey! Okay, hold on. Andy, take over.
I can handle it.
No, you can't. He will definitely be nicer to me. Orcus isn't gonna get his, I'm gonna fucking fight you. I have your kid's toy. One sec, you guys.
I'll be here though.
Here.
So, anyway.
Excuse me, sexy.
Oh, thank you. So anyway.
Give it up, motherfucker.
You definitely
Stop
do.
it, bitch.
You definitely do get those types of readers out there
Why you
that
gotta chew on the black
have
one?
that
You're
aesthetic
racist.
about them.
Drop it.
But you can
Drop
easily
it.
find somebody who's just like
Orcus, I
nothing
swear
but
to God.
cutesy wootsy fairy tale stuff too, or you
All
know,
right.
even full-blooded
There we go.
traditional
See?
Catholicism, like hardcore fire and brimstone Christian.
Racist. My black dog was chewing on the black one.
He didn't like
You
that.
peek
toy.
around the corner. What do you want? This is mine.
It's because it matches him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you could even find, you know, fire and brimstone, full-blooded
Here, Orky,
Christian
this is yours.
readers too, and have all sorts of Christian-themed tarot cards. Which I
Eat
think Katie, since Katie knows so much about this stuff, I might have her help me
Here.
design something like that, because I think that is something
on.
that really,
Here.
you know, actually
Orcus.
could take
Dude,
off. Because
you're
for
a
some people,
pest.
they love, you know, their time speaking to whatever creator they
Dude,
worship
get out of my shit.
so much that they might need a little bit more, you know.
You need attention that
This
bad?
is probably why some people go as far as making altar spaces and stuff, you know. But
Come here.
I
If you want
digress.
attention, come here.
I kind of think
Get
it's a
in my
good
lap,
idea.
poodle.
Although I can't help
Come
but
here,
think of the
poodle.
scenario where you have like a
Come here,
cross
poodle.
on one of the cards,
Come
and
here,
then it like
poodle. I'm gonna
pops
get
up
you.
inverted or
Okay.
something. And
I will
but
get
like
you. Watch.
that's kind of part of like a lot of the interpretation of things too. So I mean, could actually make it interesting. Could make it interesting.
All right, poodle.
Kahuna's worn a bonnet. Why
Okay,
is that not surprising?
get out of. Okay. Hi, bodies. Okay. I know I deserve that.
This is true.
Coon is wearing a bonnet.
Yeah, he has worn a bonnet. I believe him.
I'm gonna fetch our son a sleeping bonnet.
A bonnet. Yes.
Do that one.
Oh, yeah,
Play
sure.
my clips too.
On the bonnet subject, only one.
Booties, booty butts.
Brother, stop that. Unacceptable condition.
Yeah.
We hate you. Which one? I don't think any of them have a bonnet. This one. On
Yeah,
the bonnet.
right there.
See the bonnet? Did you see it? It was there. It was there. There's a bonnet.
Oh, Orky, you're a good sidekick.
He is a good sidekick.
Sideshow.
This is what I think of Orcus.
Son of a bitch.
He is a bitch, isn't he? I don't know why I
Are you a pain in mama's booties?
He is.
Are you going to raise all the money? Are people going to start tipping because they see your handsomest face and your satellite dog ears? Oh, you're so precious. Hey,
He is.
Orky. Whisper. Whisper. Oh, yeah, not without a treat. You're a jerk.
No, he
You're
won't do
a
a treat.
jerk.
He won't do a trick for you guys, sorry.
You ask him. See if he'll listen.
Whisper. Whisper.
Oh, yeah, he's all like, treat mode now. Oh. What are you doing?
Whisper.
You know you're a big boy, right? How are you gonna get down?
How are you gonna whisper?
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
All right.
We have
I gotta check on that.
created a beast. What are you talking about? Come here. Orky. He is gonna be pissed if he doesn't get a you-know-what. Hey, Orky. No! Whisper. Okay, fuck off. Bye.
Yep. None of that. I'm gonna call him down so he's not.
He's pissed right now because we don't have a treat. So yeah, he's an asshole like that. He'd be like, "Bitch, you don't go get a fucking treat if you want me to work." He's very mouthy, verbally abusive, but he's also incredibly intelligent. No, it's not like German Shepherds are stupid by any means. But I've spent time teaching him to track, so he's got a really good sniffer. But I've tried to teach our foster dogs and Rollo how to play hide and seek and look for treats, toys, things like that. And it doesn't work because Orcus will immediately give everything away. He's a jerk like that. But he's so proud of it. Oh, whoa! Who is Haunted One? They know you.
Oh.
Maybe us. But they know you for
Look
sure. They
his
know
tail on my Nana
Orcus.
Square. And love the dog ever since. I can't tell these days with internet names, but hail Haunted One.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad Orcus loves you. And you love him.
He's the best.
I'll never forget the first time I met Orcus. He's amazing. Aren't you, Bato?
Oh, okay.
Hi.
I know who that is. Magic buddy of mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have I met them?
Yes. Or, well, no, not in person yet. But I've talked about him before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Hey, baby.
Condiments and sodium.
Here to be a... what is he eating? Nothing?
Nothing.
Just moving his cheeks.
What you need, buddy? Oh yeah, speaking of that, with this new studio setup we got here at the PritchardPub, I mean, we might as well ramble on about whatever is new with us here. This is our new studio. I'm gonna be
Zan, what do you have?
making a bunch of new music with my wife here, but also Haunted One. I'll be able to set up a spell table, and we have a webcam right here that I'm pointing at.
Alexander, will you put that back, please?
So we can play Magic if you want, and I could probably stream that. I'd be down to stream that, but I gotta check on my
Only
stuff.
toddlers would just grab something random, look at it, and just set it on the ground and walk away.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Dude, can you pick that up?
He's like, oh, this is boring.
Not just, I'll just put it back where I found it. Just, this goes here. He has a place for everything besides where it goes. Oh. I'm so sorry, everyone. Super sorry. My phone is supposed to give me notifications. Let me catch up on these readings.
Heck yeah.
Whoopsies.
Heck yeah. We thought something's wrong here.
Okay. So.
But yeah, while she's reading those really quick, Haunted One says he's so down. Awesome. Just let me know. I will. We will stream it. I know you have a YouTube channel, and it's even magic-centric. So maybe I could teach you how to do this, and that could be the main way you go live. You could just stream matches with
this isn't making
me,
sense.
some of your other buddies. You could even stream yourself goldfishing and just explaining your thoughts as you deck build. I could teach you all that and keep you up to speed on all this shit. But it would be super fun.
Kahuna, you are too much.
Oh, Kahuna. Okay, I'll let her catch up on this.
Okay. So, Allison, are you asking about Elder Scrolls 6? Is that your question, or do you want a different one? That's such a ridiculously amazing question. Do we even need the cards? Yes, in 500 years. We're gonna be all dusty Argonian maids. Okay. Let's do... I'll do both. I will do both. But do you want the second one about how do you sell 1 million copies? Okay. Let's do the Elder Scrolls one first. Hail Tim! Thank you. It's nice to see you. So, for the Elder Scrolls 6, it's just hilarious to me because it shows the they're too busy doing this shit. So 7s, it's funny because they represent a multitude of choices, and they also represent mystery. Hey, what are you doing, baby? One second, guys. I'm just looking quick because I want to see something. Is there a projected date at all? I don't pay attention to this. So I just want to.
A multitude of choices, like as in like the game designers
yeah, that's what the game designers are busy doing.
The game designers are in the middle of like
debauchery.
With the culture shift recently too, they probably are trying to decide between what they should do. What path should we take with the bunch of this stuff?
So hold on.
That makes sense. I mean, a lot of stuff has changed recently. Everybody's probably going to have to change up their games, to be honest.
It's expected to arrive in 2026 at the earliest. Wow. Okay. So... Is it Bethesda or who's doing it right now? Do you know, babe? Where does it say? Does anyone know? Okay. No, I have not listened to that, Kahuna. Tell us all about it. Okay. So yeah, it's the 7 of Cups can be a lot of... It's funny because it's like a, like, I can't decide what to do, and it's actually like a warning you would give people in a reading about, like advising against procrastination. So I think it's gonna come out too late, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a fail, a flop for sure. But who is making it? I can't figure this out.
Wasn't it like Bethesda?
Well, I'm trying to figure that out. Because it says... Okay. The 6th main installment, developed by Bethesda Game Studios and published by Bethesda Software. Yeah. Wait, though some analysts predict it could be pushed back to 2027 to 2030.
Whoa. Gross.
There's a seriously slim possibility that it's coming out anytime soon or going to be good. We could be blown away, but I doubt it. Holy crud.
Or be good, huh? Yeah.
Well, okay, the later it comes out, the worse it'll probably be because of the warning against procrastination here. Because a lot of times, making any choice is better than none at all type of thing. How do you sell 1 million copies? Or 5 million? What was it? Was it 5 million? What did you say? Here, I'm gonna have to scroll back on my. I really can't get that mouse to work. It's pathetic. Almost as pathetic as Bethesda.
That warning against procrastination is super interesting.
Okay, 1 million copies.
1 million copies.
Yeah. And then, okay, hold on. Let's cue something up here too. So, Tim Allen, did you have a question you wanted to do at all, or are you just being amazing?
He could donate a question to chat if he doesn't have one.
Who makes the rules here?
You're right. You're the boss.
Just kidding. I'm just keeping track of everything, so that's what's happening right now. Kahuna for the blacks. Don't cancel me. I'm already canceled on Facebook. Oh, goodness. Oh. Yeah, Bubby? That's crazy talk, Orcus.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. I thought you forgot about the fake treat I offered you. Hey, what's that noise?
It's insane.
Okay. Well, that's not much better. Wait, did you say that coffee's black?
Yeah, it's black with sugar if you want.
Oh, with sugar. Then yes, please.
There you go. Have fun.
So
My beautiful
much,
working
please.
wifey. I'm gonna level with you guys. PayPal not sending us notifications at first. It was kind of wearing on me personally. I was like, what's happening, you know? But thank you everybody who sent in questions.
Oh, thank you so much, Tim. We appreciate you always. Okay, so let's see, Allison. What do you gotta do? Oh, man. I have a feeling I know what's gonna come up, too. So, my tarot deck is very, very sarcastic. One time, I asked if I should get breast implants as a joke. I never would. I don't know. I was just fucking bored. And then I got the Empress, which is my deck being like the natural way because it's pregnancy. I don't know. It's hilarious, though. So you'll probably get a sarcastic but also legit answer. Sorry, I'm trying to shuffle these quietly. It doesn't always work. You doing, Bubs? Oh, keep him up. You can't. Seriously. Trying to see if I can shuffle. Like everything we do on the desk, I feel like amplifies. I know that StreamYard kind of cuts the sound down, but I still hear it really loud in our headphones, so I get kind of paranoid about that. Alright, here we go. Interesting. That's not what I was expecting. So you got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So Aces are cards that represent new beginnings. In reverse, it's not an immediate thing. So, the Ace of Pentacles, Pentacles relate to health, career, money, stability, things like that. Work, career, health and money mainly. But the Ace shows that you have yet to plant a new seed. And so in reverse, it just shows you're not quite there yet. So all you have to do to sell 1 million copies is come up with a new seed to plant, the birth of a new idea. So get cracking on that one. I can't wait to see what you come up with. But yeah, you can definitely sell 1 million copies. You just have to birth that new idea. Oh, man. You got a bunch of story seeds? Yeah, you can do it. You don't even know most of the cards. I do. It's hard to remember 78 meanings and their reversals, though. Baby, sell crack. Only you would say that. Speaking of streaming Magic AC, I have a firm grasp on what needs to be done for all of that. Stream on Twitch, usually co-hosting a stream will be a new and fun experience for me. That would be awesome.
I'm down, buddy. I'm down.
Oh, you know who I thought you were talking about? For some reason, when you told me who he was, I thought you were talking about
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay,
Not
okay. I'm glad it's not, actually.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few people I'm like...
Kahuna's comment. Kahuna's comment. I mean, yeah, that's like...
booty crack.
It's crazy, man.
Filled with real crack.
The way the economy has been, it's like... Man, normal people are probably starting to just really sympathize with those people. like, whoa, I guess I don't blame you. Money is money, right?
What the fuck? Kahuna keeps saying
Right. Does Italy have any cryptids? Does it?
Of course.
I bet it does, yeah.
It's the Pope.
Spanning all the way...
No, I'm just kidding. Don't be offended, anyone.
Yeah, spanning all the way back.
But he opens those freaking... Can we talk about the Pope for a minute? He opens those weird doors and brings in like some other religious idol for worship. And now he's
being cursed by demons?
I think he's been possessed this whole time.
It's pretty crazy.
This is crazy.
Are we caught up on questions? Or is there somebody...
Kahuna, did you have a question?
Yeah,
I'm still waiting. Did
you have I just finished reading Summer with Sasquatch, so there may be something there. Summer with Sasquatch, shoutouts. Full penetration, page 1.
Please don't say funny shit when I'm about to drink, okay?
Page
That's
1.
all I ask.
Did you want like some type of reading, Kahuna? And Tim Allen, did you want like to donate yours to the chat or something since you were just...
He already answered my question, babe. Tim did, yes.
Okay, cool.
But hold up. Allison, so just make it called Evening with whatever cryptid from Italy. And make it immediately just smutty right away.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to birth the story size seed right in here.
Page 1.
You sent the question?
You sent yeah, it was double check. If there's no question...
I don't think so.
If there's no question, go ahead and send one of us.
Oh, got an update one.
You got one? Okay, cool.
Yeah, sarcasm, right? Oh, I got your address now, bitch. Okay, do you mean that as in you want a card on their behalf? Like I'm pulling a card for them or for you about them? A night of romance in the Vatican with Sam Squanch.
With family Sam Squanch. Yeah, now I'm curious. What cryptids does the Vatican have? I should just be over here Google searching the whole time. But I must remain vigilant for the boss baby. You guys know.
You think so?
I think I've bribed him successfully.
What'd you give him?
Bluey.
Oh,
Yes,
cute.
yes.
Oh, I love Bluey so much. Almost as much as I love you.
He said
Andy.
for him in regards to them.
Yep, okay. Perfect.
And
Orcus, you're being a shiz.
yeah, while she's shuffling here,
Bring it up.
we're probably going to be doing more of these because I'm having a lot of fun. But I will be updating the music for the future one. I'll put my own, like, it'll just be like, I'll create like a loop or something.
We should make a tarot theme song and just play. No, that might get annoying for people.
I have it on 33% right now. I feel like it's not too loud.
No, but if it's the same ridiculous tarot.
Right. This is just elevator music basically. But I would put like maybe string 2 or 3 of my favorite audiobook tracks that I have in my own personal library together, and we'll keep that on a loop.
I don't even want to show him this.
What's this?
The devil.
The devil. Oh.
So,
Ooh.
this card is essentially, I really think it's, how do I put this? It's calling for you to kind of break the shackles that you hold for yourself. Not again. No, it's not like that. Being able to come to terms with your past and I think you need to work on your confidence, because I think that some part of you is always going to kind of shackle yourself and be afraid of the same thing happening again, and you hold that, you're kind of holding yourself hostage. And I don't want to say for no reason, because there is a reason, but you really have to work on letting that fear go so you can fully embrace your next, marriage or whatever. So, just really work on that and remind yourself that this is a different person. This is a different situation. What happened to you before, it has to stick with you,
The deck is reshuffled.
Not has to, but I mean, it's part of your backstory. It's okay. And, you can come to terms with it and kind of acknowledge it without holding on to that fear of, like, I know it can happen because it's already happened to me. So as long as you really remind yourself that this is a different situation. Am I giving too much weight to this fear? Probably. So, and like I said, it's not that it's not justified. It is. But that's going to be the biggest thing holding you back, is that fear of this is getting to be, just don't be afraid to take that leap of faith or take that step with somebody when you feel it's right, it's right. Don't hold yourself back and, be a prisoner to, Vatican.
Well, some of these cards have double meanings, or like more exceedingly clever meanings.
The devil, not again.
Well, like this is a good time to explain this. Okay, because the card was the devil. It was not inverted. It was the devil straight up. So a great example of this is the death card. A lot of people like to joke about, oh yeah, I got the death card. Ooh, but Katie could actually explain it better. There's a lot of symbolism.
I love you, Molly.
There's a lot of deeper symbolism around something like the death card, or like the devil, for example. Like it could be saying, okay, the devil right? Or like your own personal devil, or something like that, right? Like the death card doesn't necessarily mean total destruction necessarily. Sometimes it means like rebirth or restarting. My sister-in-law chiming in on my brother's account. Cheers, fam. We love you too.
Hey.
And yes, fear isn't a path, it's a cliff, Kahuna. Yeah. So, another thing to stress with some of these readings is looking at, and I know this is why Katie likes to send when she does these, like more like when there's appointments scheduled and stuff like that, and it's more personal, more in depth. She likes to send pictures. I'm pretty sure I've seen her do that, and it's so that not only can the person hear what she's saying, but they can look at the art themselves and kind of form their own interpretation. You know, maybe it is something as literal as this person is the devil, but it could be something as simple as like a metaphorical devil. Maybe there's some sort of devil standing in the way, right, or something like that. And you know, I don't know. I'm not the reader here. I'm the author that has a fascination with symbolism, and I can't help but chime in when I get these thoughts, you know. So
We have a Brianna I'm going to do a reading for, and
Okay.
she wants a fertility reading. Okay, Brianna, I'm going to...
fertility reading, and
if you want...
put a pin in the Pope. We will come back to the Pope. We will come back.
For just so everyone knows, also, I did a fertility ritual myself when we were trying to have a baby right after we got married, and I had 3 in a row where I would get positive tests, and then my period would come. So those are called chemical pregnancies, where it's like a very early miscarriage and it doesn't implant and stick to the uterine wall. So I did a fertility ritual in the bath, and then we got pregnant with Olin. He's the one we lost at 16 weeks, but we did get a sticky baby. So if anyone ever... Ooh, babe! Your battery.
Oh, okay.
Plug it in before we shut everything down.
It's just unplugged down here.
Okay, perfect. That scared me. Oh, don't crash the whole stream. Could you imagine?
Take this away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if anyone ever wants any kind of rituals and stuff like that, I can help with things like that. It's not easy for everyone to meditate and, you know.
I know the CIA just released the Gateway process, which is essentially meditation, teaching you how to astral project and like project your mind places. So this is kind of what we were saying at the beginning. Like there is something to the stuff, even if it's not all wizardry, you know.
Okay. So the card I got for Brianna is the King of Wands reversed. So a few things notable about this is fire is fast-paced. In reversal, you can assume, not always, that sometimes it's kind of a reversal of the core meaning. But with the, you know, there's a lot of phallic things about this.
Oh, a unicorn, yeah.
So
Interesting.
I want to interpret this a few different ways, because it could mean that there's a problem on the male side for fertility. It could be you need a new doctor. So I also think that it could mean that you have a boy in your future. So I'm going to pull a clarifier card for this, because I'm not sure quite what to make of it. Okay. So we got 9 of Wands.
Interesting.
And that, you know, technically 10 months, but the 9 months of pregnancy. And it's strength. So that said, I'm going to show you this card too. So with the 9 of Wands here and the strength, I really do see that as a good sign. And so I would say that the King of Wands reversed is that there's something that needs to be taken care of, as far as either, like a different opinion, or something about maybe after the father does something or goes through something, or even a stress or weight has been lifted. Kahuna. Aren't you dating someone, Kahuna? Or aren't you? I don't know. No one keeps me in the loop. So I'm going to pull one more for the fertility because it's kind of a big deal, you know? So another fire sign, or another wand. So the Two of Wands, twos represent choices a lot of times, and they represent balance and things like that. I really do have a good feeling here. I just think that there's something else that needs to come together before it's going to happen. And as far as choices go, oh man, this is a very interesting one. I'm just looking because it's all, like, if you look at the symbolism, there's fire, and there's a night sky, and there's, thousands of stars and like countless possibilities. But I did notice that there are no circles or full moons. So I think that the biggest takeaway here is that there's something that needs to be just flipped around in a way, if that makes sense. Thank you for tuning in, Allison. Thanks so much for everything. I hope to see you soon. Take care. I'm involved and I can hardly keep track. You're just throwing your seed everywhere, aren't you? Yeah, I think though, Brianna, that it is, there's a choice that you guys are going to have to make collective, together, and maybe think outside of the box, or make that decision. But there's some kind of a decision you guys are going to have to make. But I do see that it's not like off the table or anything like that. And fire is so fast moving too. And I don't think it necessarily means it's going to happen right away. I think it's saying hurry up and figure it out, because there's something there. So I'm going to message me, and I'm going to definitely put together a fertility ritual for you, because I swear by the one I did. And I know that probably makes me sound crazy to a lot of people, but I don't care. Also, when I was thinking about it, this popped out, which Temperance is the card of being patient. So I really think it's just be patient is the biggest takeaway here. And keep weighing your options. I don't think that it's off the table. I think it just hasn't been the time, even though it's really, really hard to want that so bad and think like, oh, it's just not the time, because it's always baby time for, our population's dwindling. But for real, I do see good things ahead. I just don't see them immediately. But be patient, and like I always say, everything good is worth waiting for and working hard for. So it's gonna be it's gonna be good. I just realized that you have the Grim Reaper in your picture there, so you have the death card essentially in your little. Yeah, Kahuna, blame him. Oh, wait, no, you got the devil. That's right. You got your ex-wife. She's coming back. No. That's horrible. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. She's not coming back. I miss my husband, you guys. I don't know what happened to him. It's like, I don't even know who he is anymore. He just takes off and spends time with that little bald one who isn't even bald anymore. Hey! By the way, to my sister-in-law, if you're still here, did you hear me compliment Xander's haircut when I said you did a good job? I didn't know you was spying. I don't know if that's the Joshua who commented. That was Josh and Molly, which is Andy's brother and his wife, and they are Booba's godparents, and she did his haircut last time. He's so big now. It's crazy because he had it was falling in his eyes, his long curly hair, and then he comes home with this little boy haircut. Looks all business-like. Okay, Cashapp. Andy? Berber? I don't know what to say to these people. Help! He is. It's wild. Oh, today when we were at the park with him, he just started saying all of these things what did he say? I do it, I go again. Just full on sentences. And we're just going with it, because we're not going to be and make a big deal about it. Because our son, everyone, he is going to be 3 at the end of this month. And he knows tons of words, but he just doesn't do the sentences too much yet. But it was awesome. He was just saying all kinds of stuff go again, and what was he saying? Do you remember some of the words? It was just full sentences too, out of nowhere.
Yep, it was stuff like "go again," "I'm ready," stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'll try or something like that.
Now I try, and
now I'll try.
Now you try this. It was crazy. It was really awesome.
Why is there no Kahuna tarot card? That's a great question. We'll change that.
There is. Let me show you.
There's a Kahuna tarot card.
I made my profile picture on my own, not even knowing much about it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have it on the screen here. So
everyone likes to caress a skull.
Oh, yeah. You gotta get that.
Okay, where's that gay one? No, just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Haunted one expressing past trauma experiences.
I found Kahuna. Just kidding. I know there's a naked one somewhere.
I know haunted one. You're also writing a story.
There's a shirtless one.
I read the first little bit of it. A vampire Dampier story. I'm excited to hear more of that in the future. I think vampires are coming back in a big way. There's that Nosferatu movie. Speaking of vampires, the Pope thing. Okay, so he opens a portal. It was a portal opening ritual at the Vatican at that old church. I can't remember the specifics, but it was something to do with that. And then somebody else, they were talking about how he brought other idols into the place, and now he's hospital ridden.
This is Kahuna for sure.
Oh yeah, there's the Kahuna card. There's the Kahuna. Yeah,
I like this emperor instead of the Pope. Or the emperor that's popey looking, because he's just so casual, and the animals are flocking around him. He's still got his shield and stuff. Sorry, go ahead. I'm hungry.
Me too.
That freaking pasta last night was so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Haunted one says he hasn't.
I'm drooling.
He hasn't done anything further with it yet.
We'll get something soon.
There's a lot of ideas, but the struggle is putting it down on paper coherently. Yeah,
a
lot of times just finishing it is a fantastic achievement.
Is that a light on in here? Am I losing my mind? What is that?
It might be a little light in there, or it could be something on there. I think it might be a little light in there.
I don't know. Oh, sorry for that close-up, everyone.
Yeah, either way, sometimes finishing it is the big one. So, because you can always edit it, right? Once it's done, though, it's done. It's like, and there's like a sense of euphoria and relief and all this. From there, it's just polish, you know. Yeah, nobody's first draft is like perfect, let alone pretty.
Will you make sure that no one sent something on there on your? We have Cashapp that is. Oh yeah. Yeah, because they have your Cashapp.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all been paid out.
Yep.
then.
We're all caught up
One
on
of the
questions?
other Cashapp. I believe so.
Okay. Do you want to do a general reading for everybody for like for something, and then we'll wrap it up then? Get something to eat.
Yeah, we could always go live later again too.
Yeah, we can. We can do this whenever. We're gonna be planning more of these in the future. Like I said, I'm gonna update the music. We'll hang some stuff behind us. Get a really good vibe. This very much went well. You know. Thank you guys all for joining.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, and I think it's really fun to just. I mean, I'm a symbolism nerd, so I mean, even if she could just show me a card and I'll just start rambling on about stuff. You guys could just mention something, I'll start rambling on about stuff. So this whole thing is just a really fun, free-form format to just talk about random things too in between these readings. Like we could go over some news stuff. I mentioned the Pope. I should elaborate on that. Like he's like, I guess, bedridden right now. He's got like pneumonia, and the guy can't sleep because he's like ranting about how demons are like coming out of a portal at the end of his bed and stuff like that. And he's like, get him off me. That's like a direct quote from him and stuff like that. So maybe we could combo the two, you know, talk about some current events and just break down some symbolism stuff, whatever comes to mind during these things. But I think a good hour and a half is a solid, maybe 2 hours next time. We could go pretty long with these too, if it's just a casual sit down and hang out kind of thing. In the future, but you'll be seeing her start streaming. She'll be playing Skyrim challenges and other things. I'll be putting shorts from that content out on the PritchardPub. You'll see more specials in the future too. We're gonna start like really getting all this stuff up and going now that we got the studio here to work with. It should be pretty fun. Like literally, our bedroom's right over there on the other side of this. And it's really cool to just like literally live like in like the aesthetics that you're looking for. It's been a real mood booster for us over here. And obviously your guys' support, it means everything to us, helps so much.
Yeah. Yeah, we love you guys so much. And most of you are coming from YouTube and X. I expect almost no one from Facebook. So yeah. If you guys came from Facebook, I really appreciate that too. I just feel like mostly those people don't see anything and or have abandoned me. But
I strongly think it's not necessarily abandonment. I think it's just Facebook quite literally shutting us off.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, an independent? You're not a liberal?
And they're not going to notify you when they like shadow ban you, because then you'll stop making content for their thing and stop interacting.
Oh, Kahuna, you just don't stop. You're on a roll with those always, are you?
Always finish, he says. Yeah. Yep. You gotta get that finish in there. So what kind of general question should we ask? What's like something topical?
Hold on 1 second. Boo boo.
Yeah, we're gonna be putting out music videos over on the Empty My Lungs channel. You can look forward to some big changes over on the Iron Seas channel too. We just got monetized. Well, partially monetized. We got super chats now, so.
All right, so.
All that stuff is piling up. Oh,
the group reading is, and I accept tips for this, by the way, too, is the crown chakra, the unlimited self. And I'm going to read you a little snippet in here about it. I can't talk. You know, that thingy. So this is related to devotion, inner guidance, visionary inspiration, fathoming beyond the mind, enlightenment, connection to the universe, and life force energy. The crown chakra is your link to the multidimensionality of your being, the seat of your soul. It gracefully connects you to the heavens, the infinity symbol of limitlessness appears with the unfolding petals and points to your most potent potential. Wow, really, guys? Here you can delight in the divine strands of light that dance with us when we are aligned with spirit, purpose, and truth. So it says, restore, be present and flowing without rigid outcomes, find more spaces in your life, find your own way to meditate. Interesting. When you are distracted, you are living on the surface level. Explore the state of flow and be receptive to the intuitive messages you may receive. The way for you to be most aligned with the divine guidance and connect with spirit is the theme. And the healing position is the top of the head or just above the head if lying down, so around here. And the color wash says white with flecks of gold and violet. So the color, you can focus on colors as you meditate to try to clear your mind. But my favorite for any kind of chakras are getting stones that directly correlate. So get I'm just going to use clear quartz as an example. That's actually charges other ones and different things, but get a stone that is supposed to be for your crown chakra and lay there and meditate with it right on your head or right above your head. And I swear by that too. But the crown chakra, I'm going to look something up about that too, because this book, the cards are beautiful, but it doesn't say too much besides dive deeper and, things like that. So with these, I like to kind of go over. So the purpose is to gain more wisdom, of course, with the crown chakra, and the multidimensionality and the your being as a whole, and physically and spiritually. But why? For your health, of course. I think it helps with creativity, and it also connects with your I can never say it, the pituitary gland. And it helps regulate your endocrine system and your brain, nervous system, all kinds of things like that. So it's not just connect with your higher self. Yeah, we're losing viewers, but it helps with your awareness, even you're realizing your own patterns, communication within yourself, ecstasy and bliss, and let's see here. So things that can throw it out of whack are being disconnected to spirit, cynicism, so constant negativity. If you have an overactive crown chakra, it can manifest as disconnection with your body, living in your head too much, things like that. And also obsessive attachment to spiritual matters. So it's really good to keep it in balance, so you're not one way or the other, where sometimes it's if that chakra isn't aligned, you're too much this or not enough that. But with this one, it's kind of you just really need that healthy balance. And I think for all of them it's true to an extent, but your crown chakra really is a big deal. So the health of that is important. And then, I think that it actually speaks, that could speak to everyone in here easily, because who doesn't benefit from that? So, baby, he says, yeah, I was wondering what the fuck happened to you guys, but you were still doing what you do. Facebook and YouTube just didn't want to notify me on anything. Yeah, that's sad. But I hear a struggle over there. So I'm going to help him out, and we're going to feed the child. And I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if we went live again, but we always appreciate everyone stopping by, and definitely appreciate the help with the medical bills, because it's been hard. So you guys really, really are a big help. You want to say bye?
Say bye, Bubba?
Baby, how about you say bye?
He's running away.
And
All right.
he's gone.
Thanks again, guys.
You too, Kahuna, always.
Go ahead and
All
check.
of you.
Remember to sub to the pub, like, it helps us get the video out there. I'll be editing this down for other content. Go sub to Empty My Lungs, sub to Iron Seas. Iron Seas has a weekly newsletter. That's what I'm going to be doing with the rest of the day, is the newsletter, comic, and flash fiction. So, yeah, looking forward to doing more. Thanks again, and we love you all, 100%. Are we all done then?
Yeah, thank you. I'm responding to that reading.
Alrighty. Until next time, guys. Enjoy this wholesome outro video brought to you by the Pritchard Pub.